Everybody, happy New Year's Eve. I'm in Houston. We got Josh Wynn in the house. How you doing?
All right. How are you?
I'm good, man. Let's get into it. Uh, okay, okay. You was right.
Hold on. I told you so. The reality is my last name is Wynn, spelled Wynn, but it might as well be Win because I never lose. Fact is, Cena came back. His one match of the year, there was no way in hell they were going to make him lose.
Mm-hmm.
And I was right about the fact that Sami Zayn was the one who lost the match.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about the real thing. Let's talk about the shock. Let's talk about the return of Charlotte Flair. Ooh, I'm happy about that. I like Ronda Rousey, but I don't like Ronda Rousey as a champion.
I thought it was a little too soon. I'm like, you just got back. You want a title shot. You just got back.
Well, so the thing is Ronda Rousey signed a 1-year deal when she came back. So it wasn't no guarantees she was going to be around until WrestleMania. So the thing is when she came back and they decided to give her the title, her deal ends before WrestleMania. So unless she signs an extension or a new contract, they can't have her going into WrestleMania season as the women's champion, especially if she doesn't resign. So then they they jumped the gun, but they did not. I'm happy with Charlotte Flair being champion.
Yeah.
She gives legitimacy to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, Charlotte Flair is now a 14-time women's champion. Congratulations to her. And let's talk about it. Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt. Wow.
Yeah, that storyline is probably the hottest thing going right now.
The mistake. I pray they don't do this again. But WWE once made a stupid mistake. WWE did. They fired. Software's released. They released Bray Wyatt. He was the hottest thing going as the Fiend, and then he got let go.
Yeah, that was Vince McMahon's stupidity, though.
I mean, he was the hottest thing going. And then you fired. Like, what the hell? I'm reading on the website. I'm like, I'm seeing shit. What is this? What is this?
Oh, yeah. Well, I know that when he left, he was the highest merchandise seller in the entire WWE. When they let him go, and when he was gone, the only person that you could really bank off of on merchandise was Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. But now that he's back, Bray Wyatt is right back up there in the merchandise sales, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, I mean, the man is money, but yet Vince McMahon and his dumbassness, not his wiseness, his dumbassness, decided, hey, he brings in money, but we don't really need him. Well, why the hell do you not need him? If you don't like money, I mean, then you're not in the right business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, yeah. Captain Howdy being, I believe that Captain Howdy's actually portrayed by Bo Dallas.
That's a possibility. Could be anybody.
Yeah. But, mark my words, there will be 6 characters that are going to make up the whole Bray Wyatt faction.
Including the Fiend?
Yep.
Cool.
But Bray Wyatt won't don the Fiend mask anymore. Someone else is going to play the Fiend. Bray Wyatt's going to stay Bray Wyatt, but he's going to be the one he's going to be the leader of the group, which, in my opinion, it should be.
That's a lot of work, first of all, to be 2 guys, like to be the Fiend and Bray Wyatt. That's a lot of work.
Yeah. But it may be a lot of work, but it's a lot of work that will, at the end of the day, pay off.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is there's a lot of people out there right now who are like doing good in their own way, whether it be AEW, WWE, MLW, wherever. People are doing good in their own way, but there is no one right now in professional wrestling that has the mystique that Bray Wyatt has. Just my opinion. Yeah. But let's talk about something else real quick. Talk about big acquisitions. AEW's getting all these big name people. WWE just signed Dragon Lee to NXT. He is now the second highest paid NXT wrestler on the NXT roster. This dude is going to do phenomenal things for NXT, in NXT, and he's also going to do phenomenal things when he comes up to the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. But yeah. Now, what do you think of, what do you think the WWE should do in the new year?
Alright, first thing we gotta do, we gotta go back. We gotta take certain matches and give the meaning. For example, Hell in a Cell. Let's make that. Let's go back to when that was settled stuff. Okay, not just a monthly pay per view. Let's go back to matches that have meaning and it is important. For example, Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell is the match that end all matches, that end all beef. Let's go back to that. Make championship matches mean something. If you're going to have a world title match, do it on pay-per-view, not just on the regular Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know that the WWE is bringing back the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring as a one-night show. So instead of it being, you're going to have a match here and a match there, and then the King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring finals on a pay-per-view, the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring is finally going to go back to being its own pay-per-view, which is 100% what I agree with.
Now, the Queen of the Ring is new, but King of the Ring, last time it was a pay-per-view was 2002.
Yeah, and that was the one that William Regal won.
No, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, no. You got to look at it like this. The last King of the Ring they had.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because the last official King of the Ring out of a pay-per-view was William Regal. Because that was 2003 or 4 or something like that. However, I will say this. With King of the Ring, how every single person who's won King of the Ring has become world champion with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 people, I think that should catapult people into the main event picture at some point, because if you got these guys winning these matches and then you got them winning the whole tournament, then that means they deserve at least one title match.
Mm-hmm.
And call me crazy, but I think Survivor Series needs to go straight back to like the old 80s and 90s where it was every single match was a Survivor Series match. That to me is what I miss. And take the Money in the Bank ladder match and put that at WrestleMania, and then let whoever wins both the men's and the women's, they get the briefcase and they could challenge for the title at any point. That's what they should do with the Money in the Bank match.
You got a point there.
Yeah, but I also think that with the women's tag team titles, the women's division has so many different women on there right now. I think that the women's tag team titles should be defended more often, because right now it's like we'll defend it once a month, and I'm like, that's not cool, because you could take those titles to Raw and SmackDown, and I mean you legitimately got all these women you can put together as a tag team. But that's just me.
Yeah. Now, back in the day, every now and then we do this. The Jack Tunney rule. And most companies follow suit. The champion has 30 days to defend the title, will strip the champion and find a new one.
I agree because it keeps things fresh and it gives you different matches that you don't gotta wait 7 months to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say this: Roman Reigns needs to drop one of the titles. I don't care if he's a title holder, but he needs to drop one of the titles.
And here's the problem with that, like, cause we're back to where we started. And then they gonna try. I'm sick of them unifying the championship and then separating it, just unify it again later. It's pointless.
Oh yeah.
I count 3 or 4 different times that has happened. Let's say 2001, 2002, 2013, 2022. 4 different times they've unified the championships. Just months later, separate the titles, and then years later, bring it back together.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I look at it like this. You know, okay, I get it. You're trying to build Roman Reigns as the face that runs the place. I get that. You want him to be the face of the company, whatever. The thing and the problem with that is he does not wrestle as often as he should. I mean, he comes and he talks, and I'm like, I'm not watching, Jerry Springer. I'm watching WWE. If I want to see a talk show, I'll turn on the afternoon TV. But he just needs to wrestle more. My opinion only, though.
Well, that's valid, But if you were to have Roman wrestle every night, put it like this: if you have steak every day, you're gonna get tired of steak eventually. You have steak every once in a while. Roman Reigns wrestling is an experience every once in a while.
Right. Well, here's the thing about that. If I have steak every day, but I have a different flavor of steak every day, I'm keeping it fresh every day because I'm literally having a different taste of steak every single day. Mm-hmm. So I would enjoy that steak every single day because it's a different flavor every day. My thing is Roman Reigns wrestles. In the time that he's been champion, he's wrestled Drew McIntyre 4 times. He's wrestled Kevin Owens once. He's wrestled literally every single person he's wrestled, he's beaten when it comes to having the title. And the thing is like, in your title reign, if you defend your title literally 5 or 6 times and you're the champion for 3+ years or 2+ years or 1+ years or whatever, I mean, that's not fair to the fans because now the fans are literally like, well, Raw ain't got no Raw hasn't had a champion in almost a year. Is that fair to the wrestlers on Raw?
No, not really.
And Vince McMahon's big idea of putting both titles on Roman Reigns, I thought that idea was an idiotic one right from the get-go because now you are diminishing one brand, a.k.a. Raw, because you got your champion mostly on SmackDown. And when he does come to Raw, he doesn't wrestle on Raw. So anybody, I mean, you take your Seth Rollins, your Riddles, and not even Riddle, but you take your Seth Rollins, you take your, whoever's over on Raw that is in the main event picture, other than Austin Theory. I mean, you take all the Bobby Lashley, Kofi Kingston. Well, no, Kofi and Xavier are NXT Tag Team Champions. I'm like, you got so many people flip-flopping back and forth. I'm kind of getting tired of it. Personally, I watch wrestling. I watch Raw because I want to see the Raw competitors wrestle. And damn it, I want a Raw Heavyweight Champion. But you're robbing me of my experience of seeing that because you got the title on stupid-ass Roman Reigns. Just my opinion.
You got a lot. You got very opinionated over there.
Yeah, oh no. Yeah, I'm very opinionated. Because, I mean, everyone has a right to their own opinion, and most people are probably going to think I'm wrong in saying what I say, but it's not a popularity contest. I'm not here to win over the fans. I'm here to be 100% honest. And, I mean, whether you like me or whether you hate me, I mean, that's neither here nor there. The fact is I'm spitting facts. If I ran a multi-billion-dollar corporation and I knew that my fans wanted a champion on not just one show, but both shows, I'm going to have a heavyweight champion on both shows. If I ran a billion-dollar corporation and I knew my fans wanted to see certain matches, I would make those matches happen eventually at some point. I would not sit there and propagate to the demands of the people who work for me in my company, because that's why they are there. They work for me. I don't work for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and at the end of the day, it's like if I ran a movie theater, I'm going to run all the movies that I know the people are going to come and see, so then my business stays in business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. You know, there's one match that's going to have to stay. It's going to only happen in our dreams, if you will. I'm going to another company in just a second, but there's one match that's going to stay a dream: Undertaker and Sting.
Oh yeah. Well, originally, that match was supposed to happen the year that Sting came in, and he wound up wrestling Triple H at WrestleMania. The Undertaker and Sting were supposed to have wrestled each other, but Vince McMahon dropped the ball on that because he said, no, we need to have Triple H so then we could bring back DX and we could bring back the NWO and all this other stuff. And that, I mean, they did that to propagate to their own vision. The Undertaker and Sting was supposed to happen that year. They have both went on record and said that that was the original plan, and about 2.5 months before WrestleMania, Vince McMahon changed his mind. Vince McMahon was never for the fans. He did not care what the fans wanted. He will never care what the fans wanted. That's why if he comes back to WWE, I'm done with WWE. I would rather sit there and watch AEW all day long, every day, than WWE.
Now hold up, wait a minute, I need to put truth in it for a second. You know damn well, everybody know, doing it damn well. You can't get away from WWE. For example, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna take you back to you was 8 years old. You were 8-year-old. And were you a wrestling fan at 8?
My first wrestling match was Hulk Hogan and the Missing Link at the Michigan State Fairground when I was 5.
And where did that happen?
That happened at the State Fairground.
No. What wrestling company?
WWF.
Exactly. They've been there your whole life, baby. They were there when you. They were there for you since day one. WWE is old faithful. Everybody know it. Deep down, you know it.
Here's the thing, though. I can stop watching them just like I stopped watching Saturday morning cartoons, because I haven't watched a cartoon since I was 12. I'm 43 years old. I quit drinking alcohol 15 years ago, cold turkey. Trust me, if it's something that I don't like, I can stay away from it. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
You know, so the thing is at the end of the day, Vince McMahon, as he said back in 2001, Vince McMahon is the poison of the WWE. It wasn't the NWO when he brought them. It wasn't nobody else. Vince McMahon is the poison of the WWE because he is so he's so one-track mind that it's his vision and nobody else's. For crying out loud, he fired everybody that Triple H was working with and was doing good for in NXT. He fired them all just because, it wasn't my idea, so we're going to let him go. That's because he's a selfish bastard who deserves to rot in hell. Ooh. God rest his soul if he ever passes. But he still needs to rot in hell because this dude has no fathom of the thought of ideas of how to manage a company. He don't know how to, propagate to his fans. The fan base makes your company, bro. You don't make your company, because if your fans don't like your wrestlers, they're not going to tune in. Why do you think AEW was whipping WWE and NXT's ass? Because Vince McMahon was running it, and AEW was bringing all these good matches on their regular TV shows, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, Vince McMahon's sitting there, and, you know, oh, we're going to put both titles on Roman Reigns, and then we're going to let him have a large, extended amount title reign, and he's only going to have to defend it 7 times since he's been champion. That's bullshit. You know, I mean, my thing is, you know, as a matter of fact, the best match of the year, this year, was Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell. Tell me I'm wrong.
That was good.
You know, last year, the best match of the year didn't even involve Roman Reigns. So you got your top champion, you got your main champion, who's not even in the top 5 of the best matches of the year. It's because he ain't having matches. You know, I mean, for crying out loud, as a matter of fact, one of his most famous feuds since he's been champion was against his own cousin, Jey Uso. You know, I'm sitting there thinking, like, you know, this is BS, because I already knew the outcome. He was going to beat Jey. Jey was going to be a subordinate. Jimmy was going to come back. He's going to disapprove. Then all of a sudden he's going to join. I knew that storyline before it even happened, for the simple fact because Vince McMahon is so one-dimensional, you can pick that man's brain even if you're a 1-year-old. Just my opinion.
Say how you really feel about it. Don't sugarcoat it. Well,
it's just, you know, I don't like AEW. I can't stand AEW. But I swear on every single ounce of my being that if Vince McMahon comes back, I am done with WWE. Plain and simple. He brings back Jeff Jarrett and puts him as a producer, and I'm like, but yet you let go of the Road Dogg, who is a 10-time better producer than Jeff Jarrett. Then you bring back, you know, like, not even bring back, but then you demote people, and then you that don't deserve it, and then you let go people who don't deserve it. Why the hell did he let go of? First off, he fucked up when he let go of Ruby Riott. I don't care what anyone says. Ruby Riott was a and is still a well-respected woman in the WWE locker room, and he let her go. Then he let go of Sarah Logan. Okay, I get you let go of Sarah Logan, but yet you're going to have Liv Morgan mention it when she's in a feud with Ronda Rousey because... Why? To rub it in your fans' face? You know, and then Ruby Riott goes over to AEW and she's Ruby Soho, and then they do the same exact shit that WWE did, and they mandate her to being a person who helps the younger talent. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, this is such bullshit. She deserves a major push in whatever company she's going to be in, but she deserves a major push, and it's about time people start realizing the little people in the world, sometimes they are the ones who run the world. Just my opinion.
But AEW is going to be a while for their next pay-per-view, but I'm looking forward to if or when MJF, your AEW World Champion, defends his championship.
Well, MJF is going to defend his title first. Well, he already defended it against Ricky Starks, which was a bullshit match. Next, he's going to defend it against Daniel Bryan, which he's going to win. And then they're going to make Daniel Bryan look like a little punk because, well, you know, MJF is going to win. And then he's going to go on and wrestle somebody else, and it's going to happen all the way until it's time for either Chris Jericho or Jon Moxley, both former WWE guys, to come and get the title, and then they're going to give it back to him, or one of them.
Damn.
I mean, that's just how AEW is. As a matter of fact, Tony Khan went on record as saying that, or should I say Tony Khan Man, because that's what he is, a con man. This motherfucker went on and did an interview where he said, "Oh, I choose who my champions are because I want them to be champions at that time. When I lose the flavor for them, they don't be champion no more." So he literally said exactly what Vince McMahon did. He's handpicking who he wants to be their champions, and he's not giving in to what the fans want. I'm not even saying, you know what, that was a wrong statement. Not even giving in. He's not giving the fans what they want because, you know, everyone wanted MJF to be champion. So that's what Tony Khan gave him. But yet, now that he's champion, everybody wanted him to be a face. And because MJF said, "Well, I don't want to be a face," Tony Khan gave in to the demand of the professional wrestler and not to the demand of the fan. You know, there's not many people out there. I'm not going to knock MJF. That dude is, you know, he's good on the mic. His skills, his wrestling skills they're on par with being average, but, I mean, he's 10 times better than me because I'm not a professional wrestler, but he's not the likes of a Daniel Bryan or a Cesaro or any of that.
Well, excuse you, Samuel L. Jackson. Now, I don't mind cussing the show, but damn.
Look, that was my fault, but I talk about AEW and it gets my blood boiling. Yeah. You know, I mean, if I had a choice, AEW would not exist at all. And I know everyone's like, well, competition, you know, is good for, you know, whoever. I get that. But when your competition solely tries to get their fans by bashing the other competition, okay, look, I get it. You want to make yourself look good, but why do it at the expense of somebody else? Because at the end of the day, that other person who you are bashing is now starting to kick your ass in the ratings. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you said, you know, Samuel Jackson. If I could quote him, "I'm tired of these mother effing promoters and these mother effing companies thinking they know what is best."
Jeez. I'll tell you this, man. There's this one. There's this one lady. She's the wife of Roderick Strong, Marina Shafir, whatever her name is. She's great. She has potential, but god dang it, she is horrible promo skills. There's a promo she did called The Problem promo. That was horrible. I don't ever grab a microphone again. Ever. Don't do it. No. That was horrible. That's a high miss.
Marina Sharif was better in WWE for the simple fact because they were promoting her to be part of the Four Horsewomen, and at the end of the day, she, along with Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, and Jessamine Duke, if the four of them were a faction in WWE, they would run roughshod over the WWE. But Marina Sharif is not on the level of a lot of people, and that's the God's honest truth.
Yeah, you got a point there.
You know, but I don't know. I mean, in time, she's probably going to be one of the best wrestlers because, you know, they're going to promote her to be like that. But is she really going to be one of the best wrestlers if she can't really wrestle? Yeah. But let's talk about the travesty that is Dana Brooke. Every single time it looks like the light is about to shine on her because she's a very talented person, they always push her back down. I mean, Charlotte Flair, when Dana Brooke first came to the main roster, Charlotte Flair took her under her wing because she was told to. Charlotte Flair taught her so much. And then when they finally broke apart from each other, Dana Brooke started literally training and doing things on her own and getting better and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden it's like, we're just going to put her over on main event or, something like that, and then she's not going to be seen anymore. I mean, if you ain't got nothing for her on the main roster, at least put her back in NXT where she could do something. And don't even get me started on the whole Mandy Rose situation. That's just BS all around. Because how are you going to have Xavier Woods, who had a full-fledged, full-blown sex tape with Paige, how are you going to have him still in NXT or in the WWE and a tag team champion, and you're going to let go of Mandy Rose because she's swimming around in a swimming pool topless and you can't see nothing anyway?
Well, the only you can see is a boob, that's it.
You can't even see that unless you you can see it, but you can't see it. It's clear water. It's like, it's just bullcrap. Mandy Rose was in the midst of a 400-day run as NXT Women's Champion. She had took Toxic Attraction from nothing to something. And now that she's gone, I guarantee they are not going to know what to do with Toxic Attraction until they put them on the main roster. And when they put them on the main roster, for the simple fact that they're a tag team, they will only go for the tag team titles. They will never have individual singles runs because that's how WWE works. And instead of punishing Mandy Rose by letting her go, now they're going to punish Toxic Attraction because, well, they're still there.
Better yet, you want to talk about hypocrisy? I say it respectfully. Nikita Lyons with her delicious self. Nikita Lyons supposed to picture her in the bed like with some like looking all good, by the way, but still.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she is delicious.
For that matter, for that matter, though, every single woman that is in the WWE, that is on the WWE roster, has posed in lingerie or sexy outfits and stuff like that, and yet nothing happens to them. As a matter of fact, Zelina Vega, who, by the way, very attractive, good-looking woman. I mean, that she, like I said, she's up there. Constantly posting pictures of herself in lacy stuff or exposing swimsuits and stuff like that, or cosplays, and nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing at all. I'll tell you why they let go of Mandy Rose. It wasn't because she was naked. They let go of Mandy Rose is because she was making more money on her fan site than she was in the WWE, because people were subscribing to her fan site instead of watching the wrestling. That's why they let her go. Well, that's the truth.
This is my opinion. I said this during the pandemic. Wrestlers need multiple streams of income. Trust me, you're going to need that later.
Oh, yeah. My thing is like, you can't be biased. You can't be, we can forgive Xavier Woods, but we can't forgive Mandy Rose. We can forgive Paige and keep her on the contract until her contract runs out, but we can't forgive Mandy Rose. Why not? Why can't you just let that crap go? Oh, I forgot, because you want to try to show that there should be proper etiquette. Okay, first off, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, when they were having a feud against each other, he went to do a pedigree on her on a announce table, and her boob popped out. You saw her whole right boob on national TV, Monday Night Raw, and yet nothing. And then on top of that, didn't the former women of wrestling also pose for Playboy? Chyna, Maria Kanellis,
Tori and Sable,
Toni Storm, all of them, Sable, Tori Wilson, all of them have posed, but yet, because Mandy Rose is in a swimming pool, under the water, you can see boobage, but yet you let her go. You know what? WWE needs to get their head out of their ass because they're starting to smell what they cooked about 3 years ago. My opinion.
That was a different time and place with Playboy. And I wish they would do the partnership. We're family friendly, so we can't do that. But that was a different time and era.
Yeah, that's true. But let's put it like this. So WWE started doing more risque things lately, and they're getting out of the PG era, but yet, I mean, they're justice for Mandy Rose. That's what I want to hashtag. Justice for Mandy Rose. Yeah. But yeah, that's about all I got because, it's New Year's. I'm about to have fun with my family and all that other stuff, but I just wanted to get on here first to tell you I'm a man of my word. I was going to tell you I told you so, which I did. And then I dropped some F-bombs, which I shouldn't have, but I did. You know.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't hear much about, we'll take a break for a while. Happy New Year, everybody. Time to wake up in the morning. For those all my old school folks that can't stay awake. All my old school folks, it's past your bedtime. By the time you wake up in the morning, you'll be in a brand new year. And I hope professional wrestling will catch up as well. Have a great New Year, everybody. 2023, we coming at you. See you next time, everybody.
Later.